Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time, about 1 to 2 months, since my last post, the Iman Cashew vid that I done, and I want to make this vid soon. I'm alone at home, so I said, let's take this opportunity and do this vid right now. It's about a quick, quick updates maybe that I can give you, because the main point of this YouTube channel is documenting the process that I want to create for myself. I have some notes here on my iPad that I created talking about the last few months. It's been really amazing months, really killing it at whatever I'm trying to do with some things like trading, and I've also started going good in my video editing, so earning some good cash flow from there. And yeah, so let's just get to the main topics of this video that I want to talk about, then we can slowly ease into some other things as well. So and also an update is that today is the 26th of Feb. So last 3 days ago was 23rd Feb. That's my birthday, and I turned 20 years of age. I completed 20 years. So it's been a great 20 years, good lessons. Of course, 20 years on a whole, I don't know, but of course from 2019, you can say from the lockdown till 20. So I was around 17, 18 at the lockdown. From there till now, it's been a lot of growth. So coming over to the first point that I want to talk about is, living truthfully, okay? Living ethically, living with truth. For anyone, for everyone through their young ages, they want to go through lies, or rather, even not say lies, but small lies, and avoid the truth, because there's always this pain of truth. But from this experience of 20 years, I can clearly tell you that following the truth is all that will keep you sane. Well, it'll keep you in a very good spot. People live through ignorance in their entire life. But for me personally, what I've noticed is that the more truthful you are to yourself, the more easier life becomes. So, a quick 3 pointers that I've written. Don't do anything just for the sake of it or for someone else. Do it because you want to passionately do it. It could be anything like a venture or a job, or a particular small activity. Maybe you go out and you want to do, so just see that you want to really do it. Don't listen to anyone. That's the key. Never just conclude from anyone's perspective. Take time to find truth, evidence, as someone's assumptions are totally evil and a crime to our imagination. Okay, so like, no gossip. You don't want to use your imagination to build an image of someone. You need to gain evidence. No assumptions. That's the key, because at a point, assumptions are lies. They have no hold. And there are people around me who just keep talking lies. They don't have any idea of anything. But lies is all they like. It's not lies, it's assumptions they are talking. So when they talk assumptions, it's clear that they don't know what they're talking, but they still want to talk and gossip. And in a way, they're damaging themselves and the people around and the topic they're talking about. So the key is, if you're doing this, you're wasting your time, first of all, and you are playing with ignorance. So stop it. Lying and not sticking up to your word, of course. If you're not sticking up to your word and you're telling a lot of lies, that's not good. So if you can be true and follow whatever you say as a man, you'll see, like, when you walk around, people have a sense of respect for you. If you see me, I always stick up to my word. There's never been a time that if I can't do something, I will say, like, come on, I can't do. But so that's okay. But if you're saying that, bro, I'm going to do this, transfer the cash right now, transfer this cash, I'm going to do it, and then you don't do it, and then you're not giving the cash back at time, and all these kind of things. Or maybe you say, I'll be there for you tomorrow at your party, and you don't show up at the party. Like, these weird kind of things, if you're lying at, you lose. Coming over to the next overall point is monetizing your passion. So in this age of our world, monetizing or earning money out of something you like isn't as hard as it used to be 100 years back. We have the internet, we have easy access to education. We don't need a college degree to learn anything. We can learn everything online, and we can also earn money through that online, through that whatever skill we have learned. So you don't need to compulsorily have just one way of earning money. You don't need to compulsorily go and sit at an office to earn money. Now that's no more the norm. You can always have project based things. You can always work with clients online. You can always build your own economy, as a particular quote goes. Build your own economy. You can have your own demand and supply. You supply your products or services. Someone will always be out there to buy it. Of course, if it makes sense. There are times it may not work, but if you try hard enough, there is always a way to monetize your passion, is what I've noticed. Because see, look, for me, what I like for the last 1 year, if you've noticed, is creating content. I started made this YouTube channel. I started doing a lot of work. Then I got this passion to, like, learn editing. I said, let's learn editing, and it worked well. And I learned editing, and right now I finished my, like, cohort, and I didn't even have to do anything. Someone came from ahead. Okay, so when I did a cohort, I learned over there, and they had someone contact me and wanted to do work with me. So I created these shorts for them, scaled up their channel from 0 to 30,000 followers plus in just a matter of 1.5 to 2 months. And it's going good. Like I've got 2 more clients right now, and it's just been like Jan 1st that I started, and now it's like Feb 26th. There's barely any time, and I'm almost on my 3rd client. Yesterday, my 2nd client sent me my first month. Their first monthly retainer, and like these amounts are so good. Like people have tough time making that salary in a month. Like of course there are people who do it, but like at my age at least, I would say like people have a tough time making this as a salary for a month. Like if I combine the 3 clients that I have, like my 3rd client is not yet closed, but he's almost closing. Like tonight I may get like 1 payment from him, and then he'll sign me for the entire month, and then monthly retainers, right, for another year. He'll just keep on paying me for the month, and I'm sure to gain results for that. So that's about monetizing your passion. And the day trading, I always wanted to day trade. From the last 2 years, I've been just obsessed behind day trading, every day going to the markets and doing my technical analysis and executing. Of course there was hard times for the first few months. Okay, the first month I had luck, then all the rest months were a hard time. The rest around 7-8 months, because it took me 9 months to turn like break even-ish, profitable-ish. Then after that, say from December 2022 or 21. Wait a minute. December 2021. 22 was just now. So 21 was where I started making a few profitable months, a few negative months, and talking about now. So from November, so this has been the key, right? September, October was big L's for me. I couldn't manage my account. I had to stop trading because it was not, my max loss limits were hit. I said, let's stop it there. But then I kept studying, I kept analyzing, back testing, and doing all these things on the charts, just absorbing all the charts, journaling my trades. And as I went through, I've seen that 2022 has been profitable. And from November, December, Jan, and Feb, 4 months back to back profitability, and I've doubled my account. So 100% profit. So what it was basically is like, I've not actually doubled my capital, because my entire capital is allocated in such a way, like there's an X amount for trading in my demat account, and there's X times 5 in my bank account. Okay, so basically 5, the entire capital divided by 5 is present in the demat account. That's a particular way of money management. So I've kept that 1/4 or 1/5 of my capital in my demat account, and the rest 3/4 or 4/5 of the capital stays in the bank, because that's like a rule of money management. So you're not risking extra money, and you're within your limits. But yeah, whatever was kept in the demat is doubled, and trading is going amazing. Like I've doubled it, and I see myself doing really weird things. It's like some days, like there are drawdowns even within these 4 months. It's not like it's all sunshine and rainbow every day I'm coming and making profits. No. It's like 8 to 10 days of straight drawdowns. Like in the between there'll be 1-2 profits, but it's overall a loss drawdown. And then all of a sudden this one day comes where I take a trade or 2 trades, and that entire thing gets cleared, and I have some money to take home also. So like those are the size of the profits, and that's how risk management, discipline, and all these things pay off over time. And I think there's still a long way to go with trading, because I don't think I'm where I am where I want to be right now. Another thing I was planning is starting a trading channel wherein I'll just share market analysis. I'll go over what trades I've taken for the day at the end of the day, and it will be a way to gain knowledge myself and spread knowledge for the other people as well. And about the editing thing is right now I'm working a lot. I want to shift from making this as my doing the editing myself to hiring people. So I want to convert into an agency model. I've been seeing a lot about Iman Gashi and the SMMAs. That model can even work. Social media marketing agencies can be made from short form content. So, and I plan on targeting some abroad clients, because the Indian clients, the local clients, are not paying as much as them. Like if I see the abroad rates, I could be making a lot of money. Like the minimum is $850 all the way to $3,000 for 30 videos a month. So like that's, imagine even getting $1,250 monthly retainer from one client abroad is like a lakh a month from one client. So I think I would like to transition to that. I've built some systems. Today morning sat and was just gaining leads from foreign clients, for foreign customers, foreign YouTube channels, and who I can work with. And I'll do the work myself initially, because I think I don't know about hiring right now. I will try hiring a bit later, but I know that hiring and working, you'll have to take them from Indians only. Like I have a lot of people from India, because I was in the cohort. So I have a lot of Indian editors who I am in touch with, and I can probably pay them like 30 to 50% of the entire deal in terms of editing, and I can build a brand myself and earn 50 to 70% of the profit share for myself. and not actually work, but work on things like sales and marketing and leads and all these things, and basically closing the sales. So if I'm sitting on the sales call, I think I'm very good at sales calls right now. I've been working very hard at sales. So there's this one thing that I think I should share with you is about the other business I'd started through my last year. It was around Aprilish, I think. June was the time. So no money made, nothing, just a lot of things learned, lessons learned. So that's shut down now. So it was called Capit Zen. It was a sort of investment banking thing. So what we had to do was connect small startups, people who have very less access to investors with investors in our connection. So we went out and we networked a lot. So we made these networks with a lot of people. We are in Mumbai, right? So me and my friend. So we are in Mumbai and we have a lot of possibilities over here, which other people don't have in other places. And sometimes people, there's a gap between investors and startups. And startups are always looking for investors. So we started this thing where when we connected startups with investors, and if the thing went through, we would get a small cut, like a 0.5% or something. Of course, we didn't successfully close any deals. We just conducted a lot of meets. We went through a lot of events, like networking events. We went to, like, I had gone to IIT once. I had gone to, then there's this place called Devex Ishai or something. So there were a lot of events over there. Then we met some people out from those events. We made some friends, and we met them at other places. Then we met, many of my networks are made over there, and a lot of my skills also, like marketing and sales, because we both were sitting at tons of calls, right? Because we were connecting the investors and startups. We went to investor buildings, right? We went to investor buildings and spoke to the investor people, the people in the offices, that this is what we do. So they were also like, oh, cool, we are open to working with you, and yeah, it's awesome. So we did it that way, and I mean, we didn't make cash, but there's a lot of learnings. So another lesson to see here is that whatever you do, it just doesn't have to be to make money, but also has to be for growth. Okay, so whatever it is, your business, your job, your gym, your, I don't know, anything that you do, it should be a vehicle for growth. And I grew a lot doing that one thing known as Capital that me and my friends started. Of course, we started with the intention to make money. We wanted cash flow, but we ended up learning a lot of things. Of course, it didn't work out for us. So there are times things don't work out in terms of money, but they'll always help you gain a particular leverage in some place of your life wherein you will be able to earn money later. So like right now, whatever I'm doing, like the sales calls I'm doing for my editing and all, it's all through that I learned. And then also for my, that time I used to trade as well. So like these sales calls and these meetings that I used to go for Capitzen was like a sort of distance that was created between trading and my other thing. So then sometimes you get too attached to trading, then you may not trade well. So that acted as a barrier between me and trading, and I think it's okay for that time. It helped me because I was far from trading, I was far from the market at times. I just closed it, but like we stopped at December end. But the thing is, we're not yet. I'm not considering it closed till now. It's just that I don't need the company to work anymore. Like we don't need to keep it like Capitan as a brand out there because it's not working. What I have planned to do is, I don't know if my co-founder has planned to do it, but what I have planned to do is to continue, because I've built some networks and there are some people who are still in need of fundraising. So I want to do it myself, like with that guy, and he has the other guy, like with who I met in the network when at the networking event. So what I plan to do is just do the deals ourselves, no brand involved, no cabins and nothing. Maybe if it's of the company of the past, then I will just share the profit share with my co-founder, because if it's what we have worked together on, he should also be rewarded for it. But yeah, I'll continue doing this if anyone's in need, because I'll be open to a lot of things now. I don't want to be close to anything. Okay, let's move on to the next thing. So coming over to the next point is that of true education. Okay, so what I've written here is there are two different Latin roots of the English word education. So education is coming from the word educare or educare. Okay, so educare means train or to mold, and educare means to lead out. Okay, so these two things look at very good kind of definitions, which is like to teach someone something, to give instruction and make them into learning something basically, molding you into a good sort of student. But if you look at the Google's definition, is not that good. I think it's something about going to university and all, but yeah, it's truly about gaining knowledge, and this is not gained by training the memory for a year and then vomiting on a paper. Okay, so that's what I've written here, and never remembering it again. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about, exams. So every year what I've seen is, while being at college, school, all these things, is you go, you study for a year, and you try to remember everything. You try to remember. It's all about memory, okay? But what I've noticed is there's a gap between memory and intelligence. There's a huge gap actually. That if we notice when we are playing in certain things of life, like while we are making money, while we are doing things, there's barely any use of memory is what I've noticed. Okay, there is memory, but I'd say 80-20 20% memory. But rest is a lot of other intelligence based things that you do when you're, I don't know, doing sales calls, when you're doing lead generation, when you're um, trading. I don't think there is okay. Trading has memory required because you're seeing some particular chart patterns and something's happened in the past that shouldn't be happening again. But memory is important, but not like this, because here you're wasting time as well, because you're going in and vomiting on paper and all these things. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm in a situation with this, so I wouldn't talk a lot about this right now because I'm trying to figure out a way through this. So the thing about memory is that it's simply gained by experience, like for trading. Okay, I'm sitting every day and playing with a small capital that will not affect my psychology. I'm playing, learning, making losses, making profits, journaling everything. Even if I miss out a particular trade, I'm journaling that trade, and and then it all comes to sharpening the axe, right? It's all about experience and sharpening the axe. You can even create content to learn it better. You can teach it to someone to get better, and then starting to do business will give you more education than your business studies class. That's also one more fact that I heard. So I've been to economics classes and all these things as a kid, um, as a teen perhaps. Now I'm a 20-year-old, but you learn more than those classes by starting an actual business. So what I started for Capitgen, or what I'm currently doing, even trading is a business. If you look at it in a way, trading is a particular business, because you're dealing with money and you're doing it with profit and loss, and you need to come up with profits at the end of the month. So losses are an expense, profits are profits, net income is your profit, and the investments are like your internet, your courses, if you do any, and so on and so forth. But the books, the journals, the pens, these are all your investments. So even trading is a business. But yeah, if you're doing a business like even Capitzen, you're learning. You don't have to spend 4, 5, 10, 20 lakhs on education. Just start your business. It will take you barely anything. But it depends, right? If you have the particular amount of obsession. The thing with business is you need a lot of obsession with whatever you do. So right now I'm really obsessed with trading. I'm really obsessed with the video editing, short form content business. I was really obsessed with Capital, and I'm still obsessed with that particular model. It's just that it doesn't require that much involvement right now, because I'm doing it as a self, like as a person. I'm not doing it as a company, so I don't have to worry about anything. I just, if I see a possible client, I will take care of it, and I'm working with one deal right now. So that's just a personal thing. It's not going to be like for a company or anything. But yeah, I will learn a lot through it. I'll make a lot of connects through it. That's what I plan on doing, and I'll definitely learn more than the business study classes. And another aspect is to be connected to the top 1%, and that's what the internet allows today. So you can go for more seminars. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You want to be connected with the top 1% of the population. So I've heard this statistic or something somewhere that out of 90% or 99%, the top 1% are earning way more than what the other people are earning. Only like, this is a circle of the entire population, and this is the circle of the total amount of money available in the world. Okay, now if I take a small chunk of the population, that is the top 1%, they are making like a large chunk of this entire circle. That's the entire amount of money for themselves, and the larger amount of the population is making a very small amount of money from it. So that's a gap that I've seen in this world, that everyone doesn't understand the game of money. Everyone is not really fetching it and doing the right processes to make money, because they're broke, right? You need to understand, even if you don't do the right things, you'll stay broke. So that's what it is about. And it comes to the quote that I've always talked about: the 5 people you spend your time with, you'll be the 6th type of person. Okay, you'll be the 6th one of them. So that's what I do every day. Watch people I want to be with: Umar Ashraf, Iman Gaji, and then there's Insham Tech, Art of Trading. Then there's Abhishek Kar. I watch all these traders, and then business people like Iman Gaji, and I just stay around them because I'm watching their content, I'm writing notes, I'm studying from them, and that's who I want to be. So when I be with them, I'm automatically the 6th person. When I'm with those 5 people, now I'm looking at them. that they are earning so much. So now I am automatically the sixth person, because even I'm going to do that. And I've noticed again, I see progress happen, and I think this works. And also, top of that, if you don't want to use the internet, what you can do is you can go ahead and use things like seminars. Very amazing way of going for networks and talking to the top 1%. So you won't see the majority of the population at seminars like IIT Bombay events, or these things are very open, or like any college you can go to, like NMIMS or all these things. And find really good people who are, making projects, making startups, making companies. If you go to the top colleges, if you go to the, or if you watch top videos, or if you go to top events at, companies who are hosting startups, you will meet good people. And that's what I did with Captain. I was able to meet and stay around cash. When you stay around money, money will come to you. Okay, so that's one thing. And that's the thing, right? In college, if you go, that's, see, the thing with college is, you're going to college, there's only three things, to be honest. There's a lot of rote learning that is going to be done a week or a month before the exam. For me, it was a week before the exam. And I always study before the week, because I don't find value in wasting my entire time studying for college exams. And the three things is a lot of party, a lot of drinks, and a lot of lust is present in college. So in that environment, people are only greed, people are only lust, people are young, people are driven over by their hormones. They don't have any knowledge about curing or taking care of these things. So it's okay, but if you figure out that you don't want it to be this way, you need to take some steps. I am currently. So let's see what happens. Let's see where I can go. But this is about true education. Focus on experience based learning. Focus on learning from the top 1%, and be around cash. Be around freaking rich people. Don't be around poor people. And how do you understand who's rich, who's poor? Look at their actions. You will know that the rich are doing rich actions. The poor are doing poor actions. Now, what is rich and poor? See, look, even I do parties. Okay, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do all this shit. I am clean monk mode right now. I have not touched any drinks. I don't jog off at all for the last, say, 11 months. It was since March 29th, as I explained in my last video about brahmacharya. And I meditate every single day. Yoga is the key process. Shambhavi Mahamudra. That's the next point that I'll be talking about. But it's all about monk mode. So these are the actions of the rich. And then there's another action of the poor, that is drinking every day. Just, randomly training your memory for no reason by the exam shit. And it's all shit. So you will have clear vision. Just focus on the first point, truth. Where you see truth, you follow that path. Coming over to the last point of this, actually, we'll have a conclusion, but the last point is that of yoga and fitness. So the gym has been always a part of my life since I turned around 17 years old, I think, 16 or 17, 16 actually. So that's where I did a fat loss. And right now, so you can see I have a good muscular structure on my arms. I've been able to gain a good amount of muscle on my arms, back. I'm deadlifting about 180 kgs. If I try my best, I can 180 for one. It came to my knees. It will go up in the next few days. I can squat about 120. I can bench press about 85 kgs for a single or two or double reps, 2 reps. And I think fitness is very important, because your body is a temple. It's your temple, so you should do the right things for the temple. Don't destroy the temple. Even though there are many people who will say that you are neither the body nor the mind, that is a good concept to follow. But that doesn't mean you don't take care of the body and the mind, because the body and the mind are 90% of whatever your actions are today. Okay, if your body is feeling bad, that's what I noticed. I used to do this initially, and I used to not care a damn about the body. That's a key in yoga. Like, you're not the body, you're not the mind, but still, the body and the mind are the temple. If your body feels bad for a single day, I was fucked up one day. I was really bad. I was on IVs for 3 days straight, twice a day, because I didn't take care of my body at that time. And at that point, you can only think of one thing: negative. You can only be negative. There's no way of being positive to those times, right? I was in diarrhea, like in the toilet the entire day, and only taking IVs. My food was not staying, so it was a really bad time. But now I've made my body really strong, and I think keeping the body in a state of pleasantness will fetch you a lot of results. And adding on to gym is yoga. So I started doing yoga since I've been doing yoga since a long time, perhaps because I'm a curious child. So meditation is a form of yoga. It's called dhyana yoga. So I always sit and close my eyes, as it's been since the lockdown, because I want to figure out what this is. But the true yoga is when I found, and I've learned Shambhavi Mahamudra, That's a Kriya Yoga or an energy process that you're maintaining your energies and making it in a particular way. So what we had to do was go through an entire 7 to 10 videos, I think, of Gyan from him, and then there was this initiation day wherein he came live, and the volunteers taught us all the processes, and then we made it all together, and it came up to a 40 minute sadhana, or 40-minute process, you can say, yoga. So it's like how it is like 20 minutes of asanas. There are preparatory asanas to do for your body to make it lubricated, and then 21 minutes of pure kriya yoga, that is Shambhavi Mahamudra. I don't want to go to the depth of that, but there is some essence of yoga, there is some grace that by doing this process I've been stuck to it for twice a day from the last about 100 days. It's been about 100 or more than 100, I think, because I was initiated on November 13th, and from that day I've been doing it for every single day, twice a day, and I'm going to continue to do it for, I think, as long as I can. I think till the end of my life I would love to do this. Well, hey guys, I think there's a drop in the content quality now because I've shifted to my iPad, and the reason being is my phone randomly shut off. I think the space got over. I was just checking the space of the footage. It was taking around 18 GB. What I just spoke, it's been a long time, 28 minutes of constant talking over there. Anyways, I was just talking about Kriya Yoga. Do it, take a step, go to the engineering website and get the package for Shambhavi. 4,750 it is. Do the discourses, then go over the yoga. Do the yoga for the next about 40 days. That's what you have to do it for once you're initiated. And I promise you that if you will find some value, because I found some value. If you do it truly, you will find some value. If you do it stupidly, then you won't. So whatever it is, you do it truly, stupidly, I don't know. I can't guarantee you anything, but just try it out. Why not, right? Why not go ahead for growth? So it's simple keys. Stay truthful. Do your gym. Do your yoga. Um, you can always monetize your passions. You can earn money from whatever you want, and focus on true education from experience, building your own business, um, trying trading for yourself if you want to learn trading. If you want to do coding as well, maybe you can build your app. But yeah, just try some of these things, and I'm really grateful for having you till the end of this video. Would like to conclude with a few uh, lines of thankfulness and gratefulness for the 10 or 20 people that have watched this entire thing, or maybe even 2 to 5 people, I think. 10, 20 views, I think 20 views is what I get, and around 5 to 2 to 5 people will watch the entire thing, or even if one person watches it, it's cool. But to tell you that watching this really means you are a top G, and watching the entire thing till this point proves that you are really interested in the fields of growth. So if you are interested into growth, just talk to me once. Maybe I would love to network and connect with you, whoever you are. May you know me, may you don't know me, I don't care. If you know me, it's more better, right? We can connect more better and know that, oh damn, we both are into the same shit. But if you don't know me, it's also awesome. Always you can drop a DM on Insta or maybe LinkedIn or a mail or something, I don't know. Do whatever you want, get in touch. Maybe we could, you know, talk about future. And the key is simple, follow the simple processes of life, be as truthful you can, roam around the right people, and till then, stay humble, keep grinding, peace.